In a land far, far away, where the grass is green and the hills are gold, there was this young chap, and he didn't know what to do with his life. And he just kind of explored. He would ask his mom and his dad what he would want to do with his life, and he didn't know what to do. And several days after, he walked into town and realized that he wanted to be a craftsman because he saw the craftsman making a wedge. And when he saw that wedge, he couldn't believe it because he also wanted to make a wedge. And the wedge is something that he knows is going to be useful. So when this young lad returned home, he decided upon himself that yes, indeed, he was going to make a wedge. And when he makes the wedge, he's going to do something with it. This young chap woke up the next morning and he decided to eat breakfast, and as usual, it was a glass of milk and some bread. After he ate his food, he became full, and that's when he started to drink some water. And after that, he went into town, past the marketplace, and into the route where the academy is. And the academy is a place where he's going to learn how to be a craftsman. On his first day of school, he literally sat at the frontmost part of the room because he was really interested in what the class had to offer him about being a craftsman. He learned a lot that day. He learned that being a craftsman was a trade that really required attention to detail. The next morning, he awoke and he couldn't resist himself from going back to the academy. So he ran to the academy, and this time he learned a lot. He learned how to make the wedge. And when he learned how to make the wedge, he literally was so excited. And after that, this young lad goes to his place of residence. And then the next morning, he awoke and he decided to find work for some individuals in the marketplace. He first approached a merchant, but the merchant told him, "I pay 2 pence per hour." And he wasn't happy with 2 pence. He wanted 3 shillings for his hard labor. And he wasn't going to sell what the merchant had for 3 shillings. Why in the world would he sell what the merchant had for those measly 3 shillings? He threw the shillings on the floor and he said, "Shame on you, merchant. I am going to make my own, and I am going to take these shillings back, and I am going to use the shillings." And that's when he started to make his own shindig. And this lad started making the wedge, and all the people got excited in the marketplace, and he lived happily ever after.